I feel like sometimes when a man feels like he's losing control and he can't manipulate and he can't dictate and he can't tell you what to do with your finances and he can't, control, where you go and who you're with. And, I think that gets to a man's ego. So then he turns to bashing and he turns to intimidation and he turns to, try to make you look bad. You know what I'm saying? To boost his own ego.
Ashanti has never been shy about speaking up on how Irv Gotti treated her in the past. She even called him a narcissist. Yes, she posted a tribute after his passing, but does that mean she forgave him? Let's not forget the smear campaign he launched against her, the times he took records from her and gave them to other artists, or how he tried to sabotage her career. That's what we're going to unpack today. As most of you know by now, Irv recently passed away after being hospitalized. The general belief is that complications from his diabetes played a role. He had been open about his struggles with managing the condition, admitting that he wasn't always consistent with his insulin and had difficulty following his doctor's advice to change his diet. At times, his blood sugar levels became dangerously high, making his condition harder to control.
All right. My diabetes, my number's been high, so they just wanted me to. He's like, Dad, you can't do drink champs. What it does is it starts deteriorating your body.
All right.
So.
And you good? Like you got it under control?
No.
Oh wow.
When my number gets too high, shot.
All right.
I told you, if you eat something and it tastes good, it's better.
Even too much fruit is sugar, depending on the level of diabetes.
Despite his health struggles, Irv did make it through his last hospital visit. When news of his passing broke, celebrities flooded social media with tributes, and fans were especially curious about how Ashanti would respond, given their complicated history. Ashanti kept it classy. On Instagram, she wrote, "Asterisk, I can't believe things ended like this. It makes me so sad. We weren't on the best terms these past few years, but as I've always said, I will forever be grateful for everything you've done for me. Through our ups and downs, we made history, and that will remain infinite. The greatness and positive things far outweigh the dark and negative times. I have always prayed for you to find peace. Sending love and prayers to the entire family. Rest well, rest in peace, Irv." Asterisk. Considering everything she went through with him, fans respected her response. She could have been petty like some might expect, but instead, she chose to acknowledge their history and send well wishes to his family. For those wondering just how bad their relationship got, let's go back to the beginning. Irv launched his label in 1998 under Def Jam after playing a key role in DMX's rise to success. Ja Rule became the label's first major artist, dropping his debut album Veni Vidi Vici in 1999. Alongside Ja Rule, Irv also discovered Ashanti when she was still a teenager. She quickly rose to fame, delivering iconic hooks on rap tracks and dominating R&B. By 2002, Ashanti had solidified her place in the industry with 3 massive hits. Always on Time, Ja Rule for Ashanti, topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks. What's Love? Fat Joe for Ashanti peaked at number 2. Foolish Ashanti spent 10 weeks at number 1. But despite of helping shape her career, he also made things incredibly difficult for her. One of the biggest betrayals? Taking records meant for her and giving them to other artists like Jennifer Lopez. Take J.Lo's hit I'm Real, released in 2001. That track was originally intended for Ashanti. She had already recorded and mixed her vocals, which is why you can still hear her voice in the background of J.Lo's version. Ashanti later admitted that while she was happy...
I demoed the record for her. That was way back. That was before I was signed to Mercy Inc. And they kept my hook. And, they kept some of the backgrounds and ad-libs and stuff like that. And it was funny. It was a bittersweet because I was really excited because it was J-Lo. You know what I mean? But I was so mad at Irv because I was like, I wanted that record. I always, ever since I saw Friday, you know what I mean? Mary Jane. I was like, you give me that. I want that record. I was so mad, but I was happy at the same time.
Fat Joe once revealed in a live session that I've almost gave What's Love to Jennifer Lopez instead of Ashanti. He shared that one night, Irv and Ja Rule called him at around 3 a.m., waking him up and telling him to come to the studio. Asterisk, I go to the studio. It's like 4 in the morning. They play What's Love, and they're telling me, yo, this is for you and Jade Lowe. We want the Latinos on this. Asterisk, but Fat Joe wasn't having it. He refused to do the song with anyone but Ashanti and insisted she stay on the track. The crazy part? Ashanti had no idea or was planning to take the record from her until Fat Joe told her himself.
But you sounded so, that's a fact.
Yo, I never knew that.
Oh no, that's a fact. They want, the dogs ain't going.
Yo, they wildin'. Bougie. Get over here. Oh my God. Sorry. They wildin'. I have 8 puppies in here.
8?
8. My dogs had 6 babies, so it's 2 adults and 6 babies. You want buy one?
Nah, I don't want to buy no dogs. I'm good. I got one dog. His name is Bismarcky. And he's a little motif. I love him to death. And that's it.
So go ahead. What was you saying? You said that was supposed to keep it J-Lo?
They had J-Lo. They wanted J-Lo to do it. And I was like, yo, J-Lo. I said, this the girl we use at Pun. I said, she sound amazing on here. And they was like, yeah, but we want the Latino, you know. And I was like, nah, we leaving her there. And that's how that went down.
Yo, do you know I never knew that?
No, it's a fact, though. I'm not lying to you.
Oh my God, yo, he stayed pulling records or trying to pull records from me.
No, stop. We not
that. Damn. What the?
Honestly, can you imagine how many more records it might have taken from Ashanti? It must have been beyond frustrating for her. She admitted she never fully understood why he did that, but over time, it became pretty obvious to a lot of people, or wanted to be with her, maybe even marry her. But Ashanti never saw him that way. For years, fans speculated about their relationship, with rumors circulating that Irv and Ashanti were involved while he was still married. Then, in 2022, Irv stirred up controversy when he went on Drink Champs and claimed they had a romantic and intimate relationship. He didn't just stop there. He went into full detail about why they fell out, mentioning their disputes over her masters and her relationship with Nelly. He even described how he found out about Ashanti and Nelly, saying, asterisk, I was at home watching my NBA package. I love sports. Then I see this commotion in the stadium. And I'm like, what's going on? And then boom, we find out the commotion is Nelly walking in with Ashanti. Asterisk, as if that wasn't enough, Irv doubled down on his claims, even saying they hooked up before Ashanti recorded her 2002 hit Happy. He repeated this narrative a lot, even when he was asked about it on the VMA's red carpet, where he had a chance to backtrack. He stuck to his story. Speaking to Essence, he defended himself, saying, asterisk, it's my life. They paid me a bunch of money to talk about my life, and I caught all this backlash for it. But I'm not a liar. I wish Ashanti all the best. If you're watching, Ashanti, I wish you all the best. But I just told my truth. It was funny to see people coming for me, trying to make it a hashtag #MeToo thing. I said I loved her. We were together for 3 years. That's it. Asterisk. But honestly, people were over it. The general reaction was, asterisk, Irv, why are you still talking about this? It happened 20 years ago. She's moved on. Why haven't you? Asterisk. And yet, he kept repeating the same story in multiple interviews with different outlets.
Everyone's like, why he keep talking about Ashanti? So let the people know why you keep talking about Ashanti.
Because that's why.
Because that's what's why.
You asking me.
That's a fair...
Did I bring Ashanti up? Or did you just ask me, why you keep talking about Ashanti? So you did it.
I did it right now, but in the song.
So here's what I'm going to say. I wish Ashanti nothing but the best. I have nothing, this thing, I'm not hooked on the charm. I can't get over her. That's none of that.
You're just telling your story.
I got paid to do a documentary on my life and on my... if I didn't talk about Ashanti, you'd have been like, what type of bullshit is this that he didn't speak about? She's too important to murder Rank and his life. They tried to Me Too me.
They didn't try to Me Too you.
I read the comments.
What the comments say?
You know what the they says. Stop it, Shade Room. Stop it, Shade Room. Y'all the shadiest motherfuckers.
When Ashanti was asked about Irv's comments, she didn't hold back. She made it clear that it was never that serious for her and called him out for being bitter, that he no longer had control over her career. While speaking on the IRL podcast, Ashanti set the record straight. She admitted they had dealt with each other, but made it clear Asterisk Irv was never her boyfriend star. She also revealed that Irv's team had reached out, asking her to participate in his documentary, but she turned them down.
It's a lot. It's a lot to consume, you know. For the record, I love Murder Inc., you know. All the guys, you know, Ja, Crispy, all, you know, I'm cool with everyone. There's all love, you know. It's very unfortunate how Irv decided to handle his documentary, you know. It's a little sad, you know, to see a grown man conduct himself in that manner, you know. I feel like the murder legacy is so much bigger, and we accomplished so much and made like amazing history, and I feel like the way that he handled it tarnished and it cheapened the brand. You know what I mean? And I feel like we all worked so hard, and for you to be that selfish to just throw mud on the name because, you know.
Ashanti didn't just shut down Irv's claims. She completely exposed them. She said he exaggerated and even flat out lied about their past to make her look bad. According to her, Irv had multiple girlfriends at the time, so she was confused as to why he was acting like they had some deep, exclusive relationship. She didn't hold back, calling him a narcissist who blew their past out of proportion when, in reality, it wasn't that serious. She also said he had changed over the years and started making up stories, which she found weird, especially because he knew he was lying and just kept doing it. At one point, she even admitted it started feeling a little scary and a little mental. Ashanti also made a strong point about pillow talk being dangerous. She hinted that Irv had shared things he probably shouldn't have, almost as if she was warning him. I know a lot more about you than you think, so be careful how you talk about me. One of the people who publicly defended Ashanti was Fat Joe. He made it clear that Irv was not over her and needed to move on, but instead of taking the hint, Irv took offense. He even went on record saying that because Fat Joe stood up for Ashanti, he no longer considered him a brother.
Fat Joe was my brother.
Right.
I do not feel Fat Joe is my brother
anymore.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess it's a cancer trait. Some people will call it
It's a sign you're talking about cancer? Okay.
Because once you show me who you are,
Right.
or you speak negatively about me,
Right.
it's over.
But his defense, right?
His defense and Ja's defense is they do shows with Ashanti and that's little sis or whatever. But Rule will never come out and say Gotti's a sucker.
Right. Right.
Like Fat Joe, you call.
Yo, we should talk about the great.
Hold on. Let me get this thing. Listen, Fat Joe said, "Oh, Gotti's a sucker."
I didn't think he's calling you a sucker. I thought he
what you mean?
The situation.
Like I said, Ashanti hinted that Irv had shared things with her, things she could have used to trash his name. But even up until his passing, she chose to take the high road and keep it classy. But what do you think? Did her tribute come across as someone who had truly forgiven Irv? And what are your thoughts on everything that went down between them? Do you think he deserved Ashanti's forgiveness? Let me know in the comments below.